So many of you have either seen it yourself or heard it from other people driving through landscapes and realizing that, oh, actually, it used to have only grasses and now it only has trees, or vice versa. And I was just wondering, have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought, why do landscapes change? Why do we have more trees than grasses, or, the other way around? Well, my project is looking at woody plant encroachment, which is when a savanna, which is a typical biome where you have grasses and trees, is having more trees instead of having their coexistence between the two. And the reason why we're looking at this is because savannas host 20% of the population, and they are home to a wide range of species, including mammalian megafauna species. So my project is looking at two main causes of woody plant encroachment, which is elevated CO2 and water use relations in savanna ecosystems. So what we know so far is when you have elevated CO2 levels, trees are favored, and especially when you have a high water availability in that ecosystem. And then when you have drought conditions, which means there's low water content in the soil, then more grasses are favored, and trees tend to not be that prominent. So you can already see how in a savanna where you're experiencing high levels of CO2, then the trees would dominate, and in a savanna where there's mostly drought, then the grasses would dominate. So my project would be finding out why encroachment occurs, and the interaction between these two main global factors I've mentioned: water use relations and elevated CO2 levels.